How you doing, everyone? This is imyourfatherSEBA from Dreadnought, your Dreadnought PS4 Replay guy. Well, we have a treat for you today, yet another player replay cast from none other than imyourfatherSEBA. Seba is a great player, isn't at all arrogant, but is confident, decisive, very tactical and strategic, and is very calm under fire, and I think that you're going to see that in this upcoming replay, which is completely and utterly ramtastic. That's right, Seba is busting out his Brutus to lay down the law in this legendary onslaught match in Ryugu Haven. Seba isn't with the Space Apes this game, but on his team he is being supported by Grey Wolf and Izorku. And on the enemy team, he's going up against two really good and persistent players who are both vicious and aggressive, that being Gokuzilla and Destro. Seba's using a Brutus, which is a Tier 5 Oberon Destroyer. Its name is the Spartan, and this is the power variant. And of course, he's using the Spartan paint job, has the Spartan emblem and the Spartan icon. So I think it's safe to say Seba likes Spartans. His build is, of course, Autocannon Turrets 5, Flak Turrets 5, Plasma Ram 5, which you'll be seeing a lot of, Disruptor Missile 5, to make sure when he attacks, it's on his terms, Scramble Pulse 5 for maximizing confusion and tactical advantage, and Thrust Amplifier 5 to make sure he gets where he wants, when he wants, quickly and efficiently. His officer briefings are Module Recycler to make sure every time his ram hits home, his modules get off cooldown very quickly. Module Amper for making his modules much more damaging and effective. Engine Rigger being decisive and aggressive to make sure, coupled with Thrust Amplifier 5, when he attacks, it is a lightning attack and he's on you and there's nothing you can do about it. And get my good side, in case he gets flanked, at least he gets some energy out of the deal. Alright, let's jump right into this amazing replay, and as with all my replay casts, this is done totally unscripted and in real time, editing things out like cat meows, telephone calls, and at this time of the year, fireworks and motorcycles. Already we see a Corvette coming in on Seba, and he decides to use Scramble Pulse and put some flak into it, and although he does not get the final blow, he does get a captain kill, the first of the game. He's situating himself in the middle of the map using the counterattack strategy, waiting for the enemy to make the first move, and you'll see Seba using the counterattack and bait and switch strategy a lot in this game, which is why he gets so many kills and takes the enemy by surprise so often, which they will actually comment on at the end of this video, which is really great. Alright, we see the first catch of the day as two Brutuses are coming in to try to ambush the command ship, but Seba is right on it. He's going in and he's going to use surprise lightning attack and confusion to get his way with these guys. Oh my god, scramble right in and with a ram right off the bat, flacking the other Brutus and finishing him off with his guns. That's a double kill in less than a minute in this game. What a great start, and this is the way the rest of this replay is going to be. But he is a bit hurt right now, and he sees that there's missiles coming in. There's also a tactical cruiser and a Dreadnought over there, so he has to pick his targets very carefully. Already the enemy is probably respawning and trying to flank. Hopefully his team can hold their ground while he looks after his next target. He may want to go after that Dreadnought, but he decides not to, seeing there's a tactical cruiser over there, and all of a sudden another Brutus comes in, rams right past him, and of course he's got his partner over there. Seba smartly goes after the closer one, takes him out with the ram, and the rest of his team keeps the enemy busy, and Seba tries to finish him off, but his team finishes off the other Brutus. That's 4 Brutuses down without any reply for the enemy team. That's really good, but now the enemy team is all clumped up, ready to attack the command ship. Seba wants to go in again. You can see he's getting ready for the ram. Does he do it? No, he stops because he sees the armor amp and decides to use the disruptor missile at the last minute and then gets the ram, cutting that Dreadnought right in half. That was an excellent play. Most novices would have gone in for the ram and then got stuck with the armor amp and then got broadsided or taken out. But I got no time to talk about that because there's another Brutus coming in and he decides to ram a friendly Dreadnought, but Seba saves the Dreadnought with flak, trying to keep his plasma ram for the next target. We see that there is yet another Brutus coming in with a ram, and Seba prematurely activates his ram. Can he possibly catch up to the enemy player here? He's got 1 seconds. He gets him with 1 second left to spare. Gets the ram and the module cycler cooldown, plus a saboteur. That was pretty amazing. Very fast-paced play, very good use of judgment, and you'll see time and again that Seba, even when he makes an error or a mistake or something pops up that he wasn't planning, he reacts very well, goes in for the ram, misses again. Does he panic? No. He decides to make the best of a bad situation, gets the technical kill anyway, but sees that he's in trouble with these Tesla pods and quickly makes a hasty retreat. He's still taking damage. Multiple tactical cruisers are coming after him now, but he has the presence of mind to find cover and regain his senses, getting help from friendly tactical cruisers, and now that he's regrouped and repaired, decides that it's time to go in, but he likes to choose his targets carefully and plan his attack. He goes in, he sees the tactical cruiser is wounded. Does he waste his ram? No. He goes for the scramble and waits for the tactical cruiser's armor amp to let up and uses his guns to get yet another technical kill. Wow, we're already up to 7 or 8 kills, but no time for that. We got him scrambled. The enemy Brutus scrambled him, but even though he was blind, he had the presence of mind to activate his ram and remember where the enemy was, taking him out with the ram right in the belly, right from underneath, and now he's engaging this Jupiter Arms tactical cruiser. He goes for the ram, but misses, but he's got flak, and that's just fine for the domination. And you see, as I was saying before, Seba has this ability. He's very cool under fire. Even when things don't go his way, he quickly reassesses the situation and chooses the new course of action and quickly reacts to the situation to get the best that he possibly can. And then we see him coming in, going after another tactical cruiser. There is a friendly tactical cruiser repairing him, but there is also an enemy tactical cruiser coming in to repair this one. But Seba has already drained the enemy shields and all their modules and takes him out with the flak. And now the bot that bravely came in to try and save the enemy teammate is at Seba's mercy. Seba misses a little, but bounces off his friendly tactical cruiser and ricochets the ram right into the bot, taking out the enemy tactical cruiser. And now this whole quadrant is clear for the friendly command ship to move on through, but no time to rest because there's yet another Brutus coming in to finish off the command ship. But Seba comes in with the ram and the Justice. I believe that was Destro. Destro was trying to get a little kill streak of his own, but Seba put an end to that for the Justice. So we see that Seba is using the counterattack strategy, baiting and switching out with friendly team members to bounce back and forth through the enemy formation, using their aggression and recklessness against them while keeping close to his support and teammates to make sure that he makes the best of his run and doesn't surrender any points to the enemy. Now the enemy has slowed down a bit and they're taking a more defensive action. We do have one straggler coming in a Brutus, but before Seba can get there, the rest of his team decides to do some work and puts him down. So we see we have more ships coming in. We have this destroyer right here. It looks like it's Destro again. Destro is currently engaging a friendly Dreadnought and takes him out, but he used all of his modules, all of his power to do it, and Seba cleans him up for the Avenger. Seba sees a Dreadnought coming in, but Seba doesn't know what's around the corner. Could be more tacticals, could be other Brutuses laying an ambush. He sees that he does have a tactical cruiser supporting him, so he decides to just use his guns, save his modules for an unexpected surprise or other enemy ships, which you can see on the minimap. There is 2 destroyers coming in, they're lurking, and Seba sees them. He's not going to prematurely engage and risk himself or the friendly tactical cruiser, so he's going to bide his time. He got the assist or captain kill for that Dreadnought as well. The tactical cruiser still in the area, so he's going to take his time and wait for the enemy to make a mistake. He decides now is the time to make a move. He sees a bot destroyer coming in, decides to use his flak and his guns to bring him to half health to make maximum use of that ram, shaving 15 seconds off it because of module recycler, and now 4, 3, 2, 1. The ram is ready to go again. But what will he go for? The enemy isn't quite as aggressive as they were before, and we see that there are a lot of dreadnoughts and destroyers in the area, so he has to choose his targets carefully. He decides to swim right past all the enemy ships while they're firing at his team and goes right for the artillery cruiser, removing the long-range support from the enemy team, forcing them to close in to his team, where he can take maximum use of surprise and tactics to come at them from unexpected angles while his team works as hard as they can to get the kills. And that's just great. Took that artillery cruiser right out, but he knows he's hurt, so he decided to get a little more energy, get some cover, and make a hasty retreat, and he's calling for help right now from his tactical cruisers, and he sees he's being chased. He actually got one of the enemy to come in, baited him. He's about to get rammed, but he decides to do a slick, very slick reverse maneuver and a counter ram, slicing that Brutus right in two. What a great play. I mean, I should just replay that alone. What a great play. He actually baited the enemy, dragged him in, used a slick maneuver, a nice reverse maneuver, and did a counter ram. Now he's going after an experienced player who's trying to flank his team. Oh, he misses the ram, but does he panic? No. He goes in for the scramble and a reverse ram. That's right, folks. A backwards ram for the sabotage kill. That was a great ram. He could have just kept going and then retreated or tried to find cover, but no, he decided to play his game, get the scramble, confuse the enemy, and then get a reverse ram. That was quite impressive. Two great rams back to back, taking out very experienced players. No panic, even when things don't go his way. Seba is cool under fire, ready to take the initiative and use whatever tools he's got at his disposal to make the best of a bad situation. We see a Corvette has come in to try and harass the command ship, but it is at very good health with plenty of friendly teammates around, so Seb is going to ignore it, wait for his team to get the kill, and go in on the enemy to try and blunt their attack. We see that we have an enemy artillery cruiser coming in, doing damage to his tactical, but before his tactical goes down to the enemy Brutus, there is yet another head-on counter ram. Now Seba could go after this artillery cruiser, but he knows someone else is chasing him. He's taking fire, and he dodges the enemy's ram. This is that second Brutus trying to get the kill. The enemy Brutus does go after his friendly tactical cruiser. Seba's desperately trying to take him out, do damage to him. He wasn't in time, but he can finish off this Brutus for the Avenger kill, as well as a tactical kill. What a great kill. Doesn't let the enemy get away, doesn't let the enemy get any sort of momentum going at all. Just gets the counterattack kills, blunts the enemy's attack, and now he's going to help clean up the stragglers. Does he ram? No, he doesn't need to. This one he's going to put down with the flak guns to save his modules for another enemy attack. And he doesn't have to wait long. We have yet another Brutus coming in. He decides to use his disruptor missile to make sure he doesn't get rammed. The enemy is disrupted, but he sees there's a lot of enemy teammates over there and notices on his mini-map that there's that other Brutus behind him about to take out one of his teammates, but the enemy's not paying attention, and Seba gets the ram, saving his friendly teammate, and that was some good use of the mini-map, good tactical awareness. He went in, saved his teammates instead of overextending and getting himself killed by the enemy team. And we see this could be the last kill of the game. It's a destroyer, and does he get the kill? Yes, he does, right before his friendly teammate does. Gets the ram at the last moment. What a great game. Let me tell you, Seba really knows how to ram. He uses a fairly unconventional build. He doesn't min-max. He doesn't use super efficiency. He's thinking tactically. He's thinking about situational awareness, and that's why he has 3,331 points, 25 kills, no death, a whole bunch of other bonuses going into this game. And this is the great part. I don't know if you can hear it in the background because the volume is down, but Destro and Gokuzilla didn't have any hard feelings. They really respected Seba. Seba isn't being arrogant here, and they're asking him to join their team because we're all friends here, and everyone respects Seba's skill. He's a very nice guy. He's a warrior and a gentleman, and everyone likes to be on his team, and everyone likes to fight him too. What a great match, Seba. Hats off to you. What a great RAM replay, and I can't wait to post it. Well, guys, that'll do it for now, and I hope you enjoyed the replay. If you ever get a chance to play against Seba, be wary and watch out for his tactical prowess and his lightning surprise attacks. And if you get a chance, be sure to join his team because he's a great player too. You'll have a lot of fun with him. He's a real nice guy. Well, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you soon in Sinley Bay.